Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is William H. Thompson, CPA, MBA, and I'm the founder of RE Accounting and Tax Professionals. We help real estate investors maximize return on investment through expert tax strategies, while at the same time helping them to build and sustain a legacy. Welcome to Free Information Friday. And today I'm going to discuss a topic that I haven't touched on before in my Free Information Fridays, but I think will be very helpful. And that topic is real estate syndications. So, what is a real estate syndication? Simply put, it's a group of investors that come together to form a partnership to purchase real estate. For example, let's say that you have a couple of general partners that are very good at raising capital and managing properties. But you also have a group of investors that they want to get into real estate, but they want no hands-on management. They want the benefits of real estate, but no hands-on management. So these groups come together and they form what is called a real estate syndication through a partnership. As I mentioned, you've got the partners, general partners, sometimes called operators, and even capital raisers. But the bottom line is they're there to raise the capital, manage the property, and the limited investors will actually put up the cash. Usually in the smaller syndications that I've dealt with, say 1 to 5 million, you typically have 1 or 2 general partners and maybe 5 to 7 limited partners. And the general partners usually will fund about 20% of the deal, while the remaining 80% is funded by the limited partners. So that's a little overview about a real estate syndication. But now, why would somebody want to invest in a real estate syndication? What I've seen, the biggest and most important decision that these real estate investors make to go into a syndication is, as I mentioned before, they want to have no hands-on management. They don't want to fix toilets. They don't want to take calls in the middle of the night. But they do want to benefit from the real estate transactions. So they get involved with putting their money up. They're basically, as I mentioned, the limited partners. So they have no legal liability. Everything is on the general partners. The only thing that they stand to lose typically is their initial investment. And what I've seen in these syndications, the ones that, like I said, the ones that I deal with, the $1 to $5 million, usually people are putting anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 in. The larger ones you're going to see anywhere from $250,000 to $500,000. So syndications can get quite big. And what type of properties do real estate syndications usually purchase? Now, I've seen them purchase mobile home parks. I've seen them purchase self-storage. And I've seen them purchase large multifamily apartment buildings. And what they typically do is they buy these properties at a distressed value, and they go in there and fix them up and really recreate the value of the property. It's called value added. And when they do that, they're able to get the vacancy up almost to zero, which is definitely going to add to their cash flow. But they also create more value in the property. So at some point, there's an opportunity for them to sell at a capital gain, or they could simply refinance and give everybody their money back and still produce a monthly or quarterly, depending on how they pay, income to the real estate investors. What are the benefits to investing in a real estate syndication? Well, again, number one, you're not, for the folks that want zero interaction with a tenant. They don't want to be dealing with the financial statements. They simply want to put their money up and make a return. So they can invest in real estate and get the benefits, but yet be hands off. The other benefit that they can get would be that usually these larger syndications, or the syndications I'm speaking about, the 1 to 5 million, will do cost segregation studies, and they will pass that bonus depreciation, bonus depreciation. We still got the bonus depreciation at 40%, depending on what Trump does and his administration does with this new bill, which could possibly bring it back to 100%. But getting back to the point, the bonus depreciation is divvied down to the limited partners via a K1. So keeping in mind that this their limited partnership status basically dictates that the income and benefits that they receive are passive. So there can be they cannot reduce any W-2 income that they have with this. So what they would be looking for, if in fact they do own any other properties that generate positive cash flow or a profit, they're able to offset their losses from the limited partnership or the real estate syndication against other passive income. But keeping in mind, they cannot offset their W-2 income. So it's a nice avenue for somebody who wants to be into real estate but doesn't want the headaches. It's a nice segue for them to get in there and get the benefits that real estate investors get. But I want to caution you, it's just like any other deal. You really got to vet the general partners. You want to make sure that they have experience doing the type of assets they're doing. You want to make sure that they have a solid team behind them, from finance to management to additional capital raising. So it's not something where you can just hand over your money and expect to get a return. You really have to do your due diligence. But if the due diligence is done and it passes the smell test, and you can see that their history is very viable, then it might be a nice opportunity for you to invest and keep your hands out of the real estate game, like I said, with the hands-on stuff, but still get the benefits of owning real estate. The other thing that other benefit that is good or positive through real estate syndication is that you can really scale the size of the properties that are purchased, which will help you which could help you on a tax and a cash flow end. So I hope this little bit of background about a real estate syndication was helpful to you. And remember, if you're a real estate investor who wants to maximize return on investment through expert tax strategies, while at the same time helping to build and sustain your legacy, book a call with our firm. And remember, only you can create your empire, but we are here to help every step of the way. Thank you, and I wish you much success on your real estate journey.